The Aurora's Wish. October marks springtime in Antarctica. In some areas, the ice and snow begin to melt, revealing bare ground as penguins make their long journey to nesting grounds where they gather each year to breed. Come on, everyone! Let's do our best for our little ones. The penguins busily carry stones in their beaks, building safe nests for the arrival of their chicks. My dear, I'm leaving the egg warming to you for now. Be sure to stay close and protect our babies. On this day, Penguin Mom laid 2 eggs and hurried off to find food. Penguin parents take turns guarding their eggs carefully for over 30 days. If the eggs are exposed to the icy air for just a few seconds, the chicks inside could die.
My dear little ones, here's a sweet song to help you sleep tight tonight. My precious little ones, may you grow to love this world.
Penguin Dad softly hummed a lullaby, warming the eggs with the heat from his belly and the tops of his feet, sharing his warmth with the little ones inside. At last, after days of anticipation, 2 adorable penguin chicks were born.
Mommy, I'm so hungry. I want something to eat. I'm hungry too.
For the next 2 to 3 months, Penguin Mom and Dad took turns tirelessly caring for the chicks until they were old enough to fend for themselves. My dear, food has become so scarce lately. Our little ones can't even get enough to eat, Penguin Mom said, deeply worried.
Yes, over the years, humans have become obsessed with krill oil, claiming it's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, good for heart health. But they could get omega-3 from fish, nuts, or supplements like flaxseed oil or spirulina. They don't need to compete with us for food,
Penguin Dad remarked. Large-scale fishing operations take place within the buffer zone, located 30 kilometers offshore from Antarctica. This area serves as a feeding ground for penguins and seals in the summer, and a spawning ground for Antarctic fish in the winter. Fishing vessels actively harvest krill here, essentially competing with Antarctic species for food, and sometimes even capturing juvenile fish.
Don't underestimate the tiny krill. They may look small as a paperclip, but they support the entire food chain and play a critical role in the global carbon cycle.
Penguin Dad sighed deeply. For the sake of our little ones, I'll have to travel even further to find food. Penguin Mom hurried off into the distance. With a swift whoosh, Penguin Mom shot up from the sea onto the ice, gliding quickly across the ice with her belly. Little ones, Mommy's back! Penguin Mom called out as she stood up.
It's Mommy! She's finally back! I'm so hungry!
The little penguins chirped excitedly, running toward their mother as fast as they could, eager for food. Penguin Mom carefully fed them with the hard-won food she'd gathered. The little penguins grew quickly, trying to leave the warmth of their parents' bellies and learning to walk on their own. Because of this, Penguin Mom and Dad had to work even harder, diving into the sea to catch more food, all while hoping their little ones would soon become independent. Today was a beautiful, calm day.
Splash! Splash!
The penguins, who love to move together in groups, go one after another into the sea to search for food, unaware that a few seals were lurking in a hidden corner on the shore, eyes fixed hungrily on the penguins in the water.
Everyone, run! Seals are coming!
A seal, unable to hold back any longer, charged into the water, its large body sending up a spray of water.
Hurry! Hurry! Run!
The penguins near the shore dashed up onto the land as fast as their legs could carry them.
Help! Help!
In a moment of distraction, Penguin Mom was grabbed by a seal that lunged from behind, its jaws closing around her neck. Her cries pierced the sky, but the seal only tightened its grip until finally, the struggling stopped. The other penguins, seeing this, scattered in all directions. In the water, other penguins weren't so lucky. Some were grabbed by their feet, others by their wings. Their ends even more tragic than Penguin Mom's. As late November rolls in, summer arrives in Antarctica. But here in the Antarctic, even summer means the ground remains covered by thick, icy snow. In recent years, cracks have slowly appeared along the edges of the ice sheet. These cracks have widened over time, and eventually, entire sections have broken off and floated away, turning into icebergs adrift in the ocean.
Little ones, be extra careful. Strange accidents have been happening lately. Some little ones have gotten trapped. Others have gone missing. And a few have even frozen to death.
Penguin Dad reminded his chicks tenderly before heading out to find food. On this day, a sudden boom, boom sounded as ice layers collapsed in the distance, sending waves crashing.
Daddy! I'm so scared! Please help me, Daddy!
The little penguin, panicking, followed its companions, but its trembling legs barely responded. It struggled to jump from one drifting piece of ice to another, calling out for its dad. Waves of snow melt kept washing over them, and one wrong step could send it tumbling. With feathers still unfit to repel water, the young penguin risked hypothermia and freezing if it touched the icy water.
Daddy! Where are you? I'm so cold, so scared.
The little penguin was fortunate to escape the disaster, but its sibling wasn't so lucky, leaving it alone and feeling utterly helpless.
I'm back, and I've brought some tasty food.
Penguin Dad called out joyfully as he returned home.
I'm back, little one. Where are you? What happened?
But when Penguin Dad saw their once cozy home in shambles, he anxiously searched around, calling out for his precious little ones.
Daddy! You're finally back!
The little penguin stumbled and rushed into her father's embrace, clinging tightly and not letting go.
My little one, I'm so sorry. I should have come back sooner.
Penguin Dad looked over at his other chick, lying in the snow, not moving at all, filled with a deep sense of guilt.
Dad! That terrible earth-shattering noise! What happened? What's going on?
The little penguin trembled all over.
Scientists have discovered that what they once called the sleeping giant, the massive East Antarctic ice sheet, thought to be the least likely to melt, is now beginning to thaw, even in its deepest layers, all due to rising global temperatures.
The ice is melting? Does that mean these awful events will keep happening? The little penguin's face was filled with helplessness and fear.
If humans keep endlessly consuming the Earth, speeding up global warming, we may not even have to wait for all the ice to melt. Soon, we might be drowning, one by one, in this paradise that was once ours.
At this thought, Penguin Dad lifted his head and let out a long cry, a sound of both anger and despair. As the weather grew colder, the little penguin finally shed its downy coat and donned a new waterproof layer of feathers, no longer afraid of getting wet.
Come on, little one, follow me and learn how to find food. With food so scarce now, we have to work even harder to fill our bellies.
Whenever Dad went east, the little one went east. Dad dove, the little one dove too. The young penguin practiced foraging skills and learning how to avoid dangers, following his father's every move. Nightfall came, and the little penguin snuggled close to Dad. Suddenly, a glow appeared on the dark horizon, a green cloud-like ribbon of light, dancing and shifting in the sky.
Dad, what is that?
That's the Aurora. It's a light of hope. They say that if you see both green and red auroras together and make a wish before they fade, your wish will come true.
Just as Penguin Dad finished speaking, the sky filled with both green and red auroras. The little penguin thought about what wish to make, then remembered his mom and the sibling who hadn't had a chance to grow up, and quickly made his wish.
I hope that the krill fishing nets will show mercy on the Antarctic, and that each year the ice and snow will melt just a little slower.